I now invite Sanjay Kumar. His topic is Making India Food Sovereign, a study of Bihar 1943 to 1952.
No, in relation to law, and in relation to geography and
Yeah, my topic is Making India Food Sovereign, a study of Bihar, 1943 to 1952. Actually, I work on food problems and famine in Bihar, and my period is 1947 to 72. So, while in the archives, I was pondering about that. When from when can we trace the food problems in Bihar? So as my topic is about making India food sovereign, the question is that why making India food sovereign? The first question is that why there was a problem of making India food sovereign. So in 1943, we had severe Bengal famine, right? And because of the World War, the Burma had stopped, supplying rice to India, and also the mass number of livestock cattle, sheep, goat, all those were slaughtered for the consumption of military, and they were exported for military service. So the government came with the scheme for grow more food campaign, and it was thought popularly known as GMF campaign, right? And in the campaign, they had number of these schemes, to be implemented for making India food sufficient, so that the production can be increased in both the agriculture as well as the subsidiary section. So 43 exactly. So in 1943, the first basically there were many number of schemes, so I would be focusing on one or two, three, right? So the first in 1943 they came up with a very interesting scheme, that was compost manure. So under the Grow More Food campaign, the government of India also intended to supply the manures to the farmers. So so naturally, how to prepare manures naturally. So they brought the scheme of preparing compost manure out of the town waste and night soil, right? So and this scheme was implemented all over India, right? And there was, as we have Chief Justice of India, so they had Chief Biochemist of India, and then they had provincial biochemist, right? So that was how the program was being implemented. I would be focusing on Bihar, right? So the compost manure. So in Bihar 1943, the provincial biochemist, there was one provincial biochemist, and apart from that there were three biochemists to assist him, right? And they were to take charge of three compost manure centers. They were Chota Nagpur, North Bihar Circle, and South Bihar Circle, right? So and under these there were various municipalities covered. So the chief biochemist, provincial biochemist of Bihar, he said that the compost manure program would not only produce the manures, but would it also help sanitation of the municipality. So the purpose would be to improve the sanitation of the cities, and also to produce the manures for the farmers. So but on the production side, there were problems like about the labors. Initially the municipalities were finding difficulties regarding for the access, because you needed to carry the night soil and town waste to the trenches where it was prescribed to be made the manures. So but that time there was World War II going on, so many of the sweepers were finding easy jobs because they were more remunerative, right? They were having more wages in the military services, so they were going there. And the municipal commissioners in fact wrote the municipal commissioner of Muzaffarpur wrote to the collector, of that why don't we there are many the words they use is particularly the pejorative words, stigmatizing words. There are many domes, criminals behind the jail, in the jail. So why can't we bring them, for the service, for compost to carry the night soil to the trenches, So and the there was also the problem of the distributions, right? And the provincial biochemist and assistant biochemist ran the propaganda, for promoting the use of compost manure for, and because the farmers were initially reluctant, how do you use this for the cultivation purpose, the compost manure, so with the help of the broadcasting minister department, they made a short film, right, and it was titled Need of the Hour, and that movie was shown in most all the leading theaters of India, and it was explained how the compost manure is useful for the production. You can grow higher yields of your crops, right? And apart from that, for the promotion of compost manure, there were festivals, in villages, right? Ramnavami festivals, then you have Sonpur melas, So the exhibitions were held, explaining them the use of compost manure, that if you use the compost manure, the production you can go high. So, and when the farmers really started accepting, they understood the use of the manure, and they thought of starting using the manures in the field. The demand was not fulfilled, right? Because the municipalities were not having the transport system, right? So and the municipal commissioner of Chhapra was writing to the provincial head of the department, right, to the department at the Patna, to the agriculture department and all those, that please supply us with 4 bullocks at least, so that we can transport the manures to the farmers, and so the means of communication was bullock cart, right? So and the farmers were even eager to pay the expenses of the transportation, and the transportation, they were ready to pay at least if it was not too much higher prices, But again, the criticism of this distribution of manure system was that it was, again, because of the transport system, it was not going beyond 5 miles, right? So the compost manure was confined within the radius of the municipalities of 5 miles, right? So this is compost manure. Then animal husbandry department was formed in 1945, right? Animal husbandry department, and its purpose solely was to improve the livestock position in Bihar, because the mass of the cattle were slaughtered, and sheep and goat for the consumption of military purpose. So yeah, the population had declined. There was even they held the in 1944-45 they had the quinquennial, that is 5-year census of the livestock, and except the bulls, and except the male buffaloes, they counted all the sheep, goats, and cows, bullocks, and they found that the population had gone down, it had declined. So yes, then they according to the census, and then the government took the decision that we would ban the slaughter of cattle. So again, then you can see there was debate or cow slaughter, cow movement, and the government also came with the proposal of improving all the existing gausalas and also setting up new gausalas. So in my hometown, where I live nearby, there is Gausala Chowk. So now I think, maybe that this must have come up near that.
Which is the hometown?
Katihar. So they set up Gausalas, and even the agriculture chief minister, he was a Muslim. His name is, I think, can you help me? The agriculture minister name is from It's 1952, after the independence. Now, so he was getting letter from various section of the society that why do you ban the slaughter of the cattle, because it is also a food. No, he's famous personality. Yeah, but I am still. Ministry, yeah.
Ministry of the interim government. Which year?
Interim government also and post government also he was there.
Hassan Imam.
No, Hassan Imam I know.
So he is not so famous.
Hassan Imam I have dealt in my MPhil work. So it was identity politics. Now it is very different topic now.
Okay.
So तो ठीक है.
हमारा काम है हम थोड़ी कर
तो yes,
X, Mr. X.
okay. So he got a letter from number of societies that why should you be banning the cat slaughter of the cattle, because it is also food, so food for some community. No.
Yes, 20 question is asked.
So but then he wrote back that the position of Bihar livestock position is not good, because livestock cattle are not only meant for slaughter, but if you improve the livestock position, we will have the bullocks, because if you don't have bullocks, we cannot go for agriculture, so you need to stop slaughtering of cattle or cows especially, and they also banned the export of the cattle, including sheep and goat. Of course, you cannot export cows, buffaloes or any cattle, but including those smaller ones, goat, sheep. So that was
Export of goat and sheep.
yeah, including yes. That is it's
Hide or skin.
no,
Goat and sheep per se.
yeah, live
Who
one.
was taking goat and sheep? Which country?
No, out of Bihar.
Oh, out of Bihar.
I'm not going out of India. I'm going in just neighboring provinces I'm talking about. So actually the Bengal, many of the
From Bihar to East Bengal or East Pakistan.
yeah, many of the cattle were being exported to Bengal.
Bengal or Pakistan?
Bengal. So that time, so they were in strict vigilance, on the border, that you cannot, move them out. So one purpose was, of course, to maintain, because the farming was based on, bullocks. So you needed to maintain the population of bullocks. So this was, the about yes, bulls. Bulls, they set up, the special department, to improve the breed of, bulls, and they brought Haryanvi bulls and they Yeah.
Do you know the bull called the Lilithgow bull?
And I don't know, but
Lord Lilithgow.
Lord,
There were bulls in each. There was a Lilithgow. You know, Royal Commission of Agriculture, they set up everywhere. It's a fantastic story by our Hindi author. Lilith, called LLB, Lord Lilithgow Bull. Assistant, LLBA, उसके उस bull को देखने के लिए assistant each district had. So the bulls had a long history of.
yeah. So and they brought imported bulls from Haryana, and they distributed in almost all the villages. The main centers. They yeah. Wrap up.
Yeah.
बहुत जल्दी
खत्म हो गया.
खत्म हो गया. So in 1946, they came with a comprehensive GMF campaign, right? And it was a 5-year plan. So the 40 and the government, the provincial government, and it was not only the provincial government. It was to be this plan was to be implemented in almost all the provinces. So I'm talking about Bihar, right? So in 46, the plan had been launched and implemented in 1946. So 47 to 52, by the 5 years, they had set up for Bihar, the plan of, improving, the food production and actually, especially the food grains, So they had, planned.
रफी अहमद की तो एक
यार मेरे दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा लेकिन वो अगर बताएंगे तो मैं ओके कर दूंगा नहीं तो so 1947 to 52 it was a 5-year plan, and the target was that by 52 we will be producing each year additional 370,000 tons of food grains, right? And so for that they had the plans, various schemes like you will install 168 tube wells and around 30 to 50,000 surface percolation wells, and then take up the reclamation of wastelands, and so there were these projects, but and taking up the chores, and chores and ahars, piles, so for the irrigation purpose. But then again, since there is very less time, I was focusing on that how these plans were burdened on the farmers, because all these plans were the farmers were to invest 50%, right, either in labor or cash, right? So cash में अगर देना है तो आप दो अगर बड़े farmers हैं तो, otherwise if you are a poor farmer you will do labor, right? So the farmers from Gaya, very petty farmers, they were writing that there are many rivers around in Gaya, Falgu village, and we are not, and every year our lands get inundated by flooded by water, our harvest and crops they get destroyed, and we are ready to offer our at least our labors that which would be in 50%, and even the estimated cost was something around for they needed to make embankment for to control the water. So the price was fixed that time 6,000. So around 148 farmers signed petitions and wrote to the government, and that we are we are the farmers of this area are almost starving, and they are about there is situation like famine, because every year for the last 5 years our crops have been destroying and get destroyed because of the the excess flooding of rivers water. And they were saying that we are even ready to offer 50% cash, not labor here. So, and apart from that, there was one Chandrasekhar Singh, एंड ठीक है, आई विल स्टॉप, थैंक यू।